Hello, welcome back for another video. Welcome back to the channel, Simply Latrice. Today I do not necessarily have a topic as well as a discussion that I want to have. I want to pick back up on my video, Gen X, and how it shaped my retirement. And so, in the video, I talk about things that really shaped me and how I think about, money and how important financial literacy is, especially to or for those that came up in communities like I did, with all of its challenges. And so growing up during the war on drugs provided or created a lot of adversity. Once again, we lived in poverty, and with that provided immense challenges during that time. But through it all, I discovered a resilience within myself that became like my greatest asset. And I feel like resilience is my superpower. And so I challenge you to think about what is your superpower and drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear. But, the war on drugs shaped the landscape of my community. It was a time when you had tremendous challenges. You lived in poverty. Your mom had, or your parents may have had jobs that you didn't feel like were, glamorous, I guess you can say. Not like things you saw on TV where other people's parents were doctors, lawyers, or what have you. And so, you understood that you didn't have a lot of things. And so it's kind of during that time you had the temptation that you saw, people making immense amounts of money by selling drugs. So you had that route you could take, or you saw the other side of that and how people escaped however, temporary it was, escaped the realities of their circumstances. And so I feel that was something that within me that said neither one of those was going to be, an option for me. So, despite overwhelming pressures, I made a conscious decision to start clear of that path. It wasn't easy. Once again, we didn't have a lot of things. I didn't have a car until I was like 20, so I had public transportation where I saw a lot of people in high school that had cars. And so, once again, it wasn't easy, but I knew for me, the route was gonna have to be something that would have longer term rewards. Once again, it was not easy by any means. I had family, friends that chose, other routes. And I think kind of just understanding the, once again, long-term consequences kind of also played into my decision making. And I really have to say that my mom and my father was in the home, although unfortunately he was in and out of the justice system. He had times that he worked, he had times that he did not work. And so my mom was just what we knew we could rely on. And even though, where we live wasn't the best of environments, we did have a community that we looked out for each other. As kids, we were still allowed to live our lives as kids, play, watch cartoons and do all those things. So a lot of things were happening around us. The landscape started to change, but my mom made sure that inside the home, we had stability. And so that provided a lot of, or a great foundation for me to once again have a early respect for responsibility and hard work. And not saying that that wasn't true for other people, but I am speaking specifically for me and my experience. That provided the building blocks for what I needed to try to persevere. So I found a lot of strength in that. So I would say my mom was one of my role models, and as I progressed on in life, I was once again the older of two younger siblings, and it really became something that I took serious in regards to trying to be some type of a role model for them. And so that relentless, pursuit for a better life drove me and kept me away from making, the other choices that I saw in my day-to-day life. I think, through resilience, it helped me navigate my youth, but also shape my adult life and goals. It taught me the importance of financial literacy and just the power of reading, really, books, seeking information. And, when people say you can, even though you probably never traveled anywhere, you can read a book and you can transport yourself to all these different places. And so I feel like that is very powerful, because you can see a life that's bigger than the life you have in the moment. You can, same for not financial literacy, books that are around financial freedom. I've read books that not everything I read applied to me in the moment, but it was the launching pad that I need to get myself to a position where that other information would apply to me. I have books that I have read 5 years ago, and there were parts of it that did not necessarily apply to me where I was then. But most recently I've picked those books back up and I've started reading and really digesting the parts that apply to me now. So I don't really feel like I'm not where I want to be, but I do feel that just seeking that information did allow me to, get to the point where I could step away from my traditional 9-to-5 and try to strike out and build upon rental properties, if not a vending business, a business, get my Shopify store to where I want it to be, and pursue other things that I have of interest, and hopefully try and make, an income from it. And so sharing my story isn't about highlighting my achievements. It's about, I really feel passionate about trying to inspire others who might feel trapped by their circumstances, because I've been there. It's a testament to the human spirit and your capacity to overcome and thrive. So when you navigate through these challenges, what is on the other side is Like I can't even describe, you know, thinking about the 19 or 20-year-old me, or even, you know, I got my bachelor's when I was like 24, almost 25 years old, you know, because I had a son. And the last 2 years, you know, he went to classes with me, you know, in his stroller. And so it's like, I understand what it means to be or to feel overwhelmed. But as I look back at those things and to see what I have accomplished, like I can't describe that type of a feeling, or I can't describe how that feels. So I say all that to say that my superpower is resilience, and I hope it encourages you out there to find and to embrace your own, and leave it for me in the comments. I would love to read it. I would love to applaud you. Yeah. And that brings us to the end of this video. And as always, I really appreciate you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate you for subscribing. Before I came on, I saw that I hit 100 subscribers. And when I started this channel, just getting to 10 was like a big deal, even though I know it was all my family that I did share. You know, they shared and got subscribers for me. But I appreciate you guys. I hope that we can continue to grow and get to know each other. And yeah, please like and share. And if you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.